This petite, fairly shy young woman looks like the wind could blow her over, but that's hardly the case. This is Vicks swimwear designer Paula Hermanny.
Hi, welcome to Vicks.
She unassumingly launched one of the most revolutionary brands in swimwear. She gave us a tour around her offices in San Diego, California to show us the ropes.
Here's where everything happened.
Everything that is, except for the manufacturing. That remains at the heart of her inspiration.
Here's my office where I work, do all the design, run the company, and talk to Brazil half of my day through the Skype. My design studios are in Brazil. I have a design team there with 4 people, and I have like 3 offices. I have like a little atelier with my sewing ladies, and I have the printing for fabrics, the drawing, and I have my designers that do all the accessories, since accessories, details on the suits, a big part of Vicks.
Ruffles are a big hit.
Ruffles are a big hit, but since Vicks is this very edgy designer brand, I decided to put a little studs on it, so it's still like very romantic and young and feminine, but with a little Vicks touch. I have a lady she's a jewel maker, that she makes everything, so I do everything through Skype, and I go to Brazil like 6 times a year. So that part's a little hard because I have to leave my family here now since my daughter is in 1st grade. I love to go back there. I think that's a big part of the brand. Brazil, the culture inspires me, and the way people dress and the way people live, very laid back.
Running a business from halfway around the world via the internet is not as uncommon as it once was.
So, Ju, are we gonna put the little rings in pink? Love it.
But running a business at all was an adventure for Paula from the beginning.
I was not prepared for a lot of things, but I was so enthusiastic, and I really believe on this that I would ask people around. They would say, oh, do you have a business? How do you do the accounting? How do you set up invoice? How do you go to a show? You have to have a credit application. Everything, I would ask everybody a question. And I started learning little by little. I have an aunt that helped me to do all the accounting. This is Beverly. Actually, she's the one that opened the company, opened the business under her name for me, because I couldn't do it because I was a student and not American citizen. She lived in Riverside, and I live in San Diego, but we did everything through fax. And I met my husband in the beginning of my business. He was an art director. So I met him in a coffee shop that I used to work. And I was like, can you help me with a logo? And we started dating, and we are married for 10 years. But I would ask for advice and help, and I was not afraid of anything.
Fearless, Paula was determined to forge her own route in this new country. But all the enthusiasm advice in the world isn't enough. Paula faced the harsh reality of needing money.
I sold my car, and my mom helped me with $10,000. So I did little by my first year. I got, like few stores, so it was okay for it. I didn't even think about the money. I went to the bank the second year and said, I need a loan. And they said, how am I going to give you a loan? Because you don't have any history. It was like, no, but this business is going to do so well. I show him everything, and I'm still with him for 10 years, the banking. The guy, I think he felt sorry for me.
She credits her Brazilian upbringing for her admirable mix of confidence, serenity, and work ethic.
Here is more about like get things done and coming to work and like making money to buy a house. In Brazil now, everybody wants to have fun. It's the main reason to leave.
Although that might be the case in general, Vicks became an iconic brand thanks to Paula's incredible drive and belief in her product.
Look at the back, how fabulous it is.
Fantastic.
It's so nice.
Great.
I love to work. Everything was a new venture. It was great because I was so excited. I didn't even think, even in the beginning, I was like, oh, let's do a photo shoot. And I always want to do everything so nice. So my first catalog was like a hardcover. I had no money. It's not that like my mom gave me all this money to start a business, no money, but I believe in the branding and in the marketing so much that I put it all into the marketing. That's what makes, I think, Vixie stand up. Because my first trade show, even though we were like in the market for 2 years, my booth was beautiful, like all leather frames. I tried to make like my home and my office, they all look the same. And my booth, I want to, an image of what I like, how I live. It's the face of the brand.
When we come back, the rookie swimwear designer gets a phone call from a veteran publisher, the editor of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition.
I had no idea how huge that would impact on my business.